everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Obi Ono for those who are joining me for the first time, and I warmly welcome you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and please stay with me so that you can listen in. This is very important to many of us, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about something you will be interested in. For my returning viewers, I also want to thank you for sticking with me. Without you, I won't still be here. So let's go on this ride together. In this video, I'm going to be talking about changes that you will see in the H-1B visa. H-1B visa is one of the visas that usually bring in a lot of international workers to the US. A lot of professionals. It's massive, actually. It brings in millions of people into the US, for work. And usually it will be a 3 years temporary work visa, which can be renewed for another 3 years. And last year on this channel, I was able to talk about it, and a number of people, used the opportunity and applied, and I'm happy to say that there are few of us who benefited from the process. So I'm starting early this year because in the next few months, the announcement will be out again based on projections. And starting off early too, the USCIS has also come out with an announcement to say these are the few changes you will expect to see this year, which will take effect from January 17, just a few days down the line. Those effects will take place. Now, what are the changes? There are 5 major changes that we are seeing, and I'm going to be reading right from the USCIS website, and I'm going to include the link on this video so that you can go in there and also read for yourself. The essence of this video is to get people more prepared so that as soon as they advertise, they open the portal for application, you start the process. And beside that, you can start getting the employer who will file for you to be ready for them to file for you, or for those who have not registered. If you have an employer that has, promised, interviewed you and found you eligible and will want to employ you, but they had not registered before, this may also be an information for them so that they can register the company and be eligible to apply for their workers to come into the US. I found out that even Walmart, several other companies do use this opportunity to employ people into US. But now that brings me to the changes that you're going to be seeing. The first one is specialty occupation. In the past, it looks like employers can employ just anybody for any position, but that won't happen anymore. So this time around, they want you to be employed for your professional area. For if you have a BSc or master's, your employment should be directly linked to the degree that you hold, not just anyhow. I don't know if you're making any if you're understanding me, but that's the way it is right now. So you should be able to be sure that whatever job you're applying for has a direct relationship with your degree, especially your BSc and your MSc. That's number one. So the specialty occupation status are occupations that require highly specialized knowledge with a degree, BSc or higher, like master's or PhD in those areas, or the equivalent. So it has to, that link has to be clear. So it won't be a time where you have an MBA and they will employ you as a cat pusher in Walmart. Maybe I don't have the best explanation, but I'm just trying to alert us so that we are more careful when the opportunity opens again. Then the second one is for the international student. I think we've heard it even from Trump himself, the incoming president of the US, that they are hoping that international students will graduate and be able to stay. Well, the one that is clearest to me is a student in STEM will be able to, easily transition from F1 visa to H-1B visa. And that has been addressed by this. This is one of the changes, and it's expected to be an easy transition so that they will have some level of peace of mind. I was an international student in Canada, so I understand when someone is at that point to transition and there is you don't have a clear, view of how long it will take, and you don't want to be out of status. The other one is that it's promising that the process will be easier and faster. Yes, especially for returning applicant. Like I said earlier, it's usually a 3 years visa, work visa, and you can renew for another 3 years. So if you're a returning application, there's a promise that it's going to be faster. But I also think that they meant that the processes will be faster even for new applicants. So I'm expecting that the process will be a lot faster. Now, the fourth one is that it aims to strengthen the integrity of the whole process. And then it's also going to codify USCIS such that they have authority to inspect and control, ensure compliance. So it's no longer a time where your employer will employ you and, both employer and employee will begin to do just whatever, but they will follow the rules. And USCIS will have the mandate to make sure that you follow the compliance. Okay, in an earlier video, I had talked about they can monitor that you come to work, or the employer can report that you absconded and stuff like that. So USCIS will be able to monitor those compliance issues and take necessary action. And then finally, Form I-129, there is a revised form, and every applicant, both the new and returning applicants, will have to use the I-129 form, which is being released alongside, will take effect just alongside all the other rules that are here. For me, I think the advantages are more than the disadvantages. And that's to say that whatever has advantage has disadvantage. First and foremost, there is clarity on specialty occupation right now. So at least when you're going out to apply for this, you already know what you're going into. And if you don't have it, you know what you will need to get to be eligible. You know how to align your degrees and certificate to be eligible for whatever position you're eyeing or gunning for. Again, the cap gap extension is clearer and easier, which ensures a lot of peace of mind for international students going forward. And then it affords you a faster processing time. And of course, everyone wants something that has better integrity, which ensures equity, fairness, and transparency for all. I think with this, it makes sense that everyone who is interested in it will begin to prepare right now. There are challenges. Like I said, there's nothing in this life that does not have the advantages and disadvantages. There are challenges. One of them is that the procedures are going to be a little bit stricter. For instance, I had mentioned before that in the past you could have one degree and be employed for any other job that doesn't necessarily match the degree, but that won't be the case anymore. So what you can do is to begin to find certifications in the areas of interest and begin to prepare yourself better. Then, of course, the major other challenge is that the employers will have to show evidence. They will have to have clearer documentation and make sure that everybody they're employing or they're filing for will meet the requirement. Or else there may be consequences, especially with the USCIS now being empowered to monitor them and enforce those compliances and make sure that all of them are in sync. But notwithstanding, I can assure you that this opportunity will be good when it opens. I want you to keep your eyes open, keep checking, and be listening to our channel. As soon as we confirm when the next H-1B visa application will open, I'll let you know. But notwithstanding, we have organizations, we have categories of employers who don't have a cap. They can apply all year round. All you need to do is identify them. In one of my videos, I had mentioned the categories of this organization. You have the non-profit organization. You also have government research organization. They are in the category of the ones you call exempt from annual statutory limit. So they employ all year round. If you are able to find out what they need, my advice is go to their website, find out what they need, package yourself to meet what they need, and then it's easy for them to recruit and file for you. So I really think that it's a function of what we want, what you want for yourself. You pursue it and make sure you bring it to a conclusive end. Thank you for listening. I know that some may have more questions. I am hoping that I'll be able to host a live session so that we will ask questions and I can answer them. And I'm also hoping that you will drop your comment here so that I'll be able to respond to them, whatever experience. Some has experienced this in the past, some nearly got, some did get, and some others are still in the process of getting their visa. But then this is a new opportunity opening up in a couple of months, and it's good that you prepare and be ready for it. So I look forward to when we'll be able to have a one-on-one, and I also look forward to informing every one of us in this community that the opportunity has opened again. Yes, and I'm sure that with the awareness, many of us will be more ready to explore and come into the country. I can assure you that even though it's a temporary visa, you can transition to other permanent visas when you come into the country based on what is applicable and acceptable in your setting. One of the ones that I have said before, for those who are not married, if you find love when you come into the US, then you can also apply for spousal visa and you transition to a green card as soon as you people finalize the marriage processes. The same way, if you have been able to work and excel and show your skills in your area, you may be able to apply for EB1, EB2, and so on. So there is always something that you can do. If, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a fear that I may come and after 3 years or 6 years, I'm no longer able to stay, except you don't want to stay, continue to stay, then there may not be need. You know, some people do just want to have that fun and experience and then they go back to their country. So if that is your category, it's fine. But if you have the intention of transitioning to something more permanent, definitely when you come, you begin to pursue them and you look for opportunity to transition. And many of the companies are willing to support you, especially the research companies, the IT firms, and so on and so forth. So this is the opportunity you may have been waiting for. Now you need to start preparing. Gather all the requirements, look at the website again, see what you need, and begin to look for organizations that will work with you to make sure that you achieve this your vision. Once again, thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.